Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. Let me just move my microphone around a little bit. There we go. Welcome back to Calais. I get a lot of Calais still. I don't know why this map is so popular. Anyway, let's go through the players. We have Muru as the United States of America without a command choice. We have Maverick started the game with Ranger Company for the United States. And finally, we have MJP 919, also to the United States, without a commander. Represent the Axis, we have Triple Waffen SS. We have the handsome guy as SEGA Tactics. Before Eagle, who's still not doing anything, probably having issues loading in the map or something, I don't know. And we have Rachel as Panzer Tactics for the Waffen SS straight out the gate. Hopefully, Before Eagle will get going soon. Let's have these Waffen SS move out and grab some ground, I think. Not much different going on here, just some sandbags being laid on either side. Let's see how this battle turns out. I tried to span out the Calais videos so I don't just record all the Calais in one go or one after the other. I try to get other maps between because I don't like doing the same map twice in a row for my recordings generally. And I just got a lot with Calais, like a lot with Calais. This is like the last one I have, so these VS are not going to do well against those Storm Pioneers. I also think this is Rachel's map, which is why Rachel made a comment about that map has been butchered because this is a revamp version. Maverick moving up here. Americans moving up in the south. But Before Eagle is finally on the move here. Have the Picture Commander? Yes, they have. It's a Mechanisierte. Going for the SS Grenadiers rather than the Storm Grenadiers. A cheaper variant you can get if you're playing as Mechanisierte. Americans are trying to advance up here. Trying to move over the ground. Ooh, Storm Pioneers are not focusing the riflemen. Hitler you from the field, a cheaper unit you can get if you're playing as SS Panzer. We do have a Kugelwagen coming up as well with a very intriguing looking camo pattern. Riflemen did get mowed down though. Keep moving up for a cheeky shot. But has to pull back quickly. Especially with all that MG fire coming its way. But they do take out the Kugelwagen. So good for that Jeep. Yeah, but we have the Americans moving up in the south here with their own Jeep. And lots of riflemen against the Jäger Storm Grenadiers. Holding up inside that building. Meanwhile, we have the mechanized SS Grenadiers doing something else. Just trying to move up slowly, use cover. We also have a Kugelwagen on the southern flank here. Kugelwagen has been remanned here. It's repairing itself. Sandbags being built behind the haystacks here. Germans are dogging pretty reliably there. But the Americans are in the center here fighting against the 9th SS Grenadiers. Lots of Americans on the southern flank. Kugelwagen keeping an eye on one of the angles. Double Kugelwagen on the southern flank actually. Not sure will that'll work against all these Americans. They already took a critical there. Optics damaged. Not that I think a Kugelwagen has a lot of optics apart from the eyes of the people inside it. Kubel's trying to get away. I'm not sure what they're doing. And that's not good for that Kubel there. SS Grenadiers moving around. There's a 30 caliber in the center for the United States already. The Germans are trying to push up on the northern flank. But the riflemen are somewhat able to keep them at bay. 30 caliber arriving here for the United States. Jeep did get decrewed though. And before the eyes being handed out here to the Storm Pioneers. Unique upgrade if you're playing as the Panzer Division. Basically it's an MP40 with double the ammunition and can actually suppress. Simply because they can keep firing for so long. Task complete. More American machine guns running for the center. Well, the US have got a lot of ground secured on the southern flank as well. Jägers are getting their own machine guns out. Only had the Storm Pioneer left when it comes to, well, infantry. Not that I would consider engineers actual infantry, although Storm Pioneers are really good for assaulting, so I guess could be considered easily. They're still not doing their best at range, but the Storm Pioneer should have that handled pretty easily. Oh, they're trying to clear cover. I'm trying to make openings for line of sight. I got it.
Secure the vehicle. Location set. Begin conversion.
Germans gonna have a little bit of a problem moving around, I think. But the MG34s are coming up now. Once the mechanized is like an early vehicle building, they might go for some early vehicles if they can afford them. I don't think they have the command points for them yet. They only have one command point. Grenadiers have been able to ambush, evidently. Just laying low. Not any fighting in the center at the moment because of it. So very silent fight there. Oh, Beef Eagle is also building up caches for their side. They're just spamming munitions, fuel caches. That's gonna be a lot of fuel for the Germans to work with then. We'll keep pushing up here. Gunning down the Sturm Pioneers. Not looking good for the Germans down here. Kulwang does not want to do that. Do another MG44 coming up though. Lots of jeeps just flying around here. Lots of light vehicles. We are seeing the light vehicle upgrade, so yeah, Beef Eagle is definitely going for something, but they need the command points for any of these things. And they haven't done a lot of fighting, I think. Oh, Kulwang up here got spotted. And cleared out by an anti-tank rifle grenade. But Germans do have presences around. Sturm Grenadiers and some Hitler Youth moving up here rapidly. Using the same model at the moment. Kulwang has been stolen by the United States. Not sure they'll be able to get it back though. Nope. Hitler Youth are already shooting at it. And its engine is damaged. Not looking good. Kulwang trying to fight. MG34 is trying to fight down here. More Sturm Grenadiers coming up. Keep also moving up for some shots. Sturm Grenadiers are rushing up to try and get a grenade inside that building. Yeah, fragmentation grenade. Oh, didn't do enough. Kulwang went down. Sturm Grenadiers went down. Ooh, that's a big loss there. Pillboxes going up here, which is the unique thing you can get if you're playing as a mechanized. Well, not unique, but I think mechanized get a very heavily armored version of them. I think. I haven't played mechanized in a long time, and they did change how the bunkers work. The Germans getting more and more weapons out. MG34s are doing their best here, but they're being cleared out on the southern flank. That's not looking good for the Mthis down here. The local manager has picked for Muru. Panzerjägers in the center here being shut down by the BARs. Pillbox it up though, and that'll keep the Americans at bay. At least the infantry will be keeping at bay. Oh, Germans are being suppressed here in the center from the 30 caliber. Water coming out for the Waffen-SS Panzer Division. Germans are probably going to build another pillbox. Okay, so Beef Eagle is just going full on defensive. Which you technically can't do as Mechanisierte because it's strangely the defensive-oriented commander for the Waffen-SS, which sometimes surprises some people, I think. They don't actually have a actual static defense-oriented one. I think the commander was called Mechanized Defense before. Now it's just called Mechanisierte. Well, Americans are being suppressed out here. Just too much fire coming our way. Lots of MG42 fire coming in that direction. And they have to get out. Americans are just taking in along the center though. Lots of American fighting positions. One Panzerjäger rushing down to try and deal with his jeep. Big Red 1 has been picked here for Muru. US Rifle Division. Well, Rifle Company. 40 HQs are arriving for most of the German players. So it's going to be the second HQ upgrade here for the Panzer Division. Black guns also going up here. Looks like Beef Eagle's just taking in with everything they have. They are being shot at by a single American with a Thompson though. Need some pot shots. And the flag will actually be a problem because they can actually hit the front line here. If the Germans can get it up and going in time, of course. I also think these Americans are mostly out the range of the MT-42. No, they're under fire. But they are behind heavy cover here. I don't think I can damage this thing though, because they don't have enough penetration. This might actually be a problem for the United States in the center. They do have an 80 gun though they could utilize. Oh, they actually did do some damage there. But now the flag is up. Now the sandbags will cover all the flag fire, so they have that going for them. Oh, it hit the Jeep there. It is very inaccurate at this range though, but it did take out the Jeep. So Befeagle's just going for full-on static defense by the looks of it. Demo charges may prepare some trap here. Oh no! They're clearing some of the forest, but I don't think it was enough. Never mind, they cannot shoot through here. I see what they were trying to do though, but it didn't work. There's just too much foliage. Abandoned Jeep got destroyed. Germans are flanking into the town here with the MP40Is. There is a lot of Americans around though. And the BAR is very dangerous to push up upon. So the MP40Is are winning out though. Oh, they have to retreat. Hitler Youth moving up. Ooh, they're getting killed by the BARs. Train station is on fire though. The Germans are able to cover off the machine gun here. It's been pinned. Oh, it's suppressed. That mines? Oh, there's lit mines here. Okay. Oh, Americans are trying to push up now. The MG42 is reloading. Throwing a pineapple on it. I think the Americans might have won out here, somewhat. They did lose the MG and the squad, though. Oh, that's loss. That's a big loss, actually. See the Germans still just digging in. Well, the Jäger's also digging in down here. You also got the unique Aufklar here. An ace 3-man squad available to SS Jäger. Very expensive and very hard to use, though, I think. It looks like they've worked out for now. The Germans are just taking in. They could soon start getting to get Luxus though. They could actually get Pumas already. You do have a Panzer IV F1 in the field here as a command tank for the SS Panzer Division. MP40I armed the Sturm Pioneers moving out again. No MP40s hand out to the Sturm Grenadiers either on top of their MP42. You get a lot of MP40s if you're playing as SS Panzer, by the way. Lots of MP40s. I think the MP40 would just be nice to have because if you're fighting against Americans, they will probably try and get close. The MP40 is probably very good at close range compared to the, you know, R98. Until it's been calling here by the command tank. Company is pushing up. They might get suppressed though. Yeah, they got suppressed. And some Americans from the flank here. Ooh, mine. It looks like the artillery strike got cancelled, I think. Probably realized something was coming. Or just decided it wasn't worth it, but now there's an 80 gun. Got a good penetration there. That's the problem for the F1. And there it goes. And I don't think the offensive team will survive for long. They might because of the smoke. Artillery being called here by the Untersturmführer for the Jägers. But the Americans just pull back to avoid it. Oh, Befriegel's going for 3 Luxus. Do you remember, for some weird reason, it might be a bug or something or just a feature, if you build outside of your HQ area, yeah, you get an increased production speed or something. So we have triple Luxus, which will not do a single thing to the Sherman that's about to come out. Just depends on where the Germans want to use them, but it looks like it will be the southern flank. They need to do a lot of damage though before the Sherman arrives, but this 80 gun could also stop them. They need to act and move quickly.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
There's a Sherman that's about to hit the front line. Open flank is holding for the US of A. Somewhat. Yeah, the Luxus need to move though. I think ducks. There they go. Let's see how triple Luxes do that. I don't think they'll do well against an AT gun though. Here they come. Target down that AT gun. Landbacks are holding up somewhat. There we go. Yeah, re-manning the AT gun. Luxes need to focus target. There's also an AT gun that flanked. No, yeah, it's being relocated there. The Americans are losing a lot of ground here suddenly. At least until the Sherman arrives. Triple Lux. How interesting. And now here comes the Sherman, which the Luxes cannot fight. Because they simply cannot penetrate it. Ramming from the ambulance. Destroying the main gun. Yeah, because the US ambulance can ram for some reason. I rarely see people use the ambulance to ram, but yes it can. Yeah, that basically hand the Americans the looks they can work with. You have a Panzer 40 on the northern flank here for the Panzer Division. Double 80 guns are pointing at it though. So they're hitting towards the infantry instead though. We also have some Panzer Grenadiers on the field now. First, it says Panzer Grenadiers, unique to Panzer Division, obviously. Can be equipped fully with MP40s if you want. I rarely see people do that though, but it's actually surprisingly good because it also allows them to suppress, I've found. That's the sheer amount of firepower they have. Also, they're fairly accurate on the move if they have the MP40s, I found. But people always just go for the Sturmgewehrs. But I would really say people should give the MP40s a try. It's actually surprisingly good. Ooh, but can they stop that in machine gun? No, they got behind some cover. The Canadians are working out here with all the support. And indeed, we're gonna see scope Sturmgewehrs being upgraded on them. The Sherman is still on the southern flank. Lux is now in American hands. They just need to get it repaired. If they know how to repair a German vehicle, of course. Man have tag on the northern flank to support. So the first says Panzer just did actually die. I missed that. Oh, half the command attack got killed. The command squad has to go there.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
And the Waffen-SS is losing a lot of units at the moment. More and more A2s coming out here for the US of A. And A2s on the northern flank as well. Germans are going to be arriving in en masse soon for all the players, I think. Looks like we are seeing a tech up here for bigger Germans for the Rangers, I think. Oh, the Central Rangers don't even have enough command points for a Sherman. They've not done enough fighting. Panzer J is holding up here.
Armor ready. Relay orders. Armor here.
VS1 is moving up to scout ahead. But I think the Panzer IV realizes that. But the Panzer IV arriving, and we have some more first SS Panzer Grenadiers coming onto the fields. Artillery being called in somewhere, I think down here. Oh, it's just a mortar. Okay, my bad. That's gonna indicate that some barrage was going on. Panzer IV J have very slow turret traverse rate, by the way, so you need to be very cautious with how you position it. It's the Sherman's turret, I think it's electrical, so it turns very fast. The J's, Panzer IV J's turret, I think is hand cranked. Apart from that, it's almost identical to the H, I think. Almost. This doesn't have high explosive shells. But I think it's cheaper than the H because of that. German did take a big hit there from something. I think it was the pack. Germans getting up on the southern flank here. As well as their captured Lux. Surprised they even know how to drive that thing. Everything is in German. He's going for a shot. Got the Sherman. Ammo cooked off.
We just lost a medium tank.
Panzer IV took a shot there from the AT gun. Is deterring it to move back. Also, Sturmgewehr load up being loaded up here for the Panzer Grenadiers, no surprise. As I said, people generally always go for that. I guess if they stand still and use cover to cover fighting over medium range, the Sturmgewehr would be the better choice. As it does give them good medium range fire, but also some long range thanks to the scope. And the squad here does have an MP40, so they can handle some stuff. Oh, big American push in the southern flank. Germans infantry pushing up. Captured Lux as well. Yes, as Jäger's front line is collapsing under it, I think. There's too much firepower here. We just hear all the 30 calibers ripping. Germans using a lot of infantry. Panzerjägers are quickly relocating. Taking some long-range rocket shots. One penetrated. Very rare for the Panzers to hit that well at long range. And now the captured Lux is definitely going to be a menace to the Panzerjäger teams. And more Americans also moving up. They also have the captain leaning near the front line. What Germans trying to get on the flank here? Will it be enough? I don't think so. Captain Lux is doing a lot of work, but the Americans now have some more trenches to work with here. The Germans are taking some heavy losses, and the Alpha class out in the open are gonna die there. Unless they're lucky. Oh, artillery. Oh, they're trying to destroy the 80 gun, my bad. Germans suffered a lot there. You feel it's called in one of the Jäger's battle groups. I think this is the SS Nord, which can get some Finnish weapons of all things. More Germans arriving here. Those of the US on the north flank have gone for US armored, I think. Yep, that's indeed US armor. More Panzer 48s arriving though. Oh, the only choice the Germans have the northern flank armor-wise they can sustain, because Panzer 48s, I believe, are not that expensive. As they are meant to be like a cheaper variant. Yeah, 369 fuel, that's not too bad. Germans pushing up. Captured Lux still keeping an eye on the southern flank. Germans are overrunning the center a little bit. The Germans have a howitzer? Oh, they have a mortar bunker, okay. Which is unique to SS Mechanized, by the way. But those SS Grenadiers are not doing too well. Because they haven't got any upgraded weapons. Oh, and they got mowed down. Here we have the Nord SS. The Jäger SS. And can be equipped with the Finnish submachine gun. The Suomi AB-31. Well, I'm not sure if that able to service against the Western Allies, so no idea. Also, they're probably not the best terrain for mountain troops. They probably feel a little bit out of place in these open fields.
Crew ready.
And the Shermans just keep arriving there. We also have the 3rd American Infantry Division arriving, unique to US Armored. Fights well alongside vehicles. They're just overall a better riflemen, and they are a little bit more expensive, obviously. They have 2 weapon slots instead of 1. I think they're overall just a little bit more than a better rifleman, and that's about it. That's what I've been calling around the building here. Grabbing a bazooka off the ground with heat rockets and a BAR. They probably need to fall back though. Yeah, they got pinned. Oh, I think they've been forgotten about. Will they be able to get away? Looks like they will. Good for them. We do have a recon team for the US of A. Panzer 4J is pushing up. Heat rocket, heat shell loaded, I mean. Doesn't hit. Germans pressing down here. Infantry push here for the after. That's not gonna work against Germans. Oh, we have Thunder. No, that's not Thunder Run. No, they don't have Thunder Run. It was just they both used high explosive shells. I just saw the high explosive explosions and thought they were already on Thunder Run. That's what he has to be cautious still. Americans pushing on the southern flank again with their Shermans. Already threatening the SS base. They actually lost one of their base buildings. We're not looking good here. Yeah, but SS is definitely suffering on the southern flank. Americans pushing in with their Shermans. Panzerfaust going off from the Jaeger Aufklar. Did some damage. They also took out the Lukes, I think? Yeah, that was the Lukes. Oh, one Sherman also cooked off here. Panzer is pushing on the northern flank. Tiger tank being prepared behind us. EC8 coming out for the northern flank of the US of A. Incendiary mortar shell landing straight to the US mortar. Surprised they're not doing a lot of damage this time. It might just be the effect of something burning there, I guess.
Tank support is here. Sure.
You see it in the field, probably the pinnacle of Sherman design. And probably fight these Panzer IV Js pretty handily. But now if there's 3 of them working together. As that is a 3 Panzer IVs working very well together. There's also the recon right in front of them. Remember, tanks do not actually spot recon at all on this. They are like right up on it, I believe. Yeah, now there's EC8, but oh, EC8 is getting too close, so it can actually be penetrated. That's not EC8, that's 76, my bad, that's the same model. Almost the same model. No, it doesn't have it. See, there's a different muscle on front of the Sherman. My bad. This is the EC8, and the EC8 is gonna have a very high rate of fire. I believe they have the same millimeter gun though, both have a 76. It's just the EC8 can be loaded a lot faster, and it's high velocity. And the armor of the EC8 is just so good. Just driving up towards the Panzer IVs here. Even towards the pack. Lots of deflections. Smoke canisters being fired. Oh, but it got hit by both penetrations and kills.
We just lost a medium tank.
You know, the Americans also pushing up here, trying to tighten the noose around the German positions. Also, we do have a heavy howitzer here for the Germans, the Immergrün, available to mechanized. One of the largest German howitzers on the field, I believe. Jaeger's still doing their best on the flank here. But they are running low on stuff. Tiger tank has arrived at the front line though. Pershing tank coming out for the US of A. 76 took out that J that was immobilized in front of the trains. Lots of Sherman still for the United States, just everywhere. Sherman is pretty handy to have, I guess. You know, the Immergrün is just firing in this area. I guess with the Pershing though, they should be able to fight the Tiger, because I believe the Pershing's 90mm gun should be effective enough to deal with the frontal armor of a Tiger tank. However, I think the 88 of the Tiger should also just be able to pierce straight through the Pershing sometimes. But we'll find out. When it was firing again, I don't see any other shell arriving though. Was that a flare barrage actually? Okay, not sure what happened there. Shermans are gearing up for the center here. Americans might be preparing for a big push with armor. Overrun their mechanized positions, which they don't actually have a lot of AT equipment ready. They even got more of the SS Nord on the field. Lots of the Nord division. Jaegers pulled up 2 packs. Probably expecting another American armored push. Priests are now arriving. And Packers was behind it. Pershing has reached the front line.
Send your orders.
Probably gonna be a little bit of a tank duel up here, I imagine. Pershing versus Tiger. Germans are now prodding the German center. And there's a lack of things to stop them, I think. There's no AT guns. Now the Germans can just start to drive up, basically. That's it, been calling on them, though. They'll probably just relocate. Might have been fake barrage, though. Yeah, there was a fake barrage. How did they note that? So... okay, let's see. Tiger Tank and Pershing about to engage at some point. Second Pershing being prepared. Oh, it's fired as shell though, so now the Germans know it's there. And the Pershing is not as highly armored as you'd think. But I think it is the most heavily armored vehicle apart from the Jumbo Sherman, which Ranger gets. Germans are just pushing up here on the towards the heavy mortar bunker. Germans pushing up down here, dealing with some half tracks. Jaegers are digging in more and more the best they can. And there's nothing to stop the Shermans. They're just pushing up and opening fire and everything down here. Howitzer is trying to do some close range fire though. A little more Panzerjägers being prepared behind us. Oh, we might have a Panzerfaust here from the Gebirgsjäger. They get a good Panzerfaust off, but he didn't kill the Sherman. Germans are probably realizing they're about to lose the sender there. Not really relocating anything to help though. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Germans. They're pushing up with their Panzers and Panzer in the north now. Doing a smoke shell as the Tiger Tank moves up with some Panzer Grenadiers and Storm Grenadier supports. High explosive being loaded. Good high explosive at that. Recon has been spotted.
We lost an infantry unit.
Second Pershing has also reached the front lines. We'll have double Pershing up here. But the United States is just pushing along the central front, as we can see in the minimap, which might be the end of the Germans soon. First gonna have a fight here. Didn't penetrate the front of that carry. That's a shame for that 90mm gun. Bazooka hit a Panzer IV up here. Good job from the 3rd Infantry holding the flank there. One Panzer 48 down there to the Pershing. Tiger got a penetrating shot though. Other Pershing arriving. That might be a double Pershing shot. No, smoke popped. Oh, driver injured, but one Pershing is down. Pershing drive forwards. Smoke popped though.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Who missed? By this point, the Germans surrender. I guess they did kind of get overrun on most of the flanks here, so short match, but that's fine by me. I'll see you all next one, everyone. Bye bye.